Yeah, it's a fact that in history there have been wars which were actually because of some religious beliefs of different kinds of people. And definitely there are instances of politicians taking advantage of these things. I can think of an example that Srila Prabhupada often gave. He said, if the eye has developed cataract, you have to operate and remove the cataract so that the eye can function well. Not that you pluck the eye and throw it out. So if there is a misunderstanding of religion, misapplication of religion, misuse of religion, we should address that mistake or the cataract which has covered true religion, not to throw religion out of it. It's a fact that human beings, for power, for becoming, winning an election or whatever, might have used in wrong ways, which has resulted in, like you said, wars. But we are talking about spirituality, we are talking about religion, it's in its pure form. And there is place for that. And I would think that it is an unfair accusation that religion has led to wars, and religion has also given purpose, meaning, peace, tranquility to countless people for centuries. Where is all the good, benign effect of religion gone in this analysis? I've also had a similar example. Once I was in some part of the world. There was a man who was sitting next to me, and he looked at me up and down, and he said, "Are you a monk?" And I said, "Yes, I am a monk." And then he said, I was working for the US Army, and we studied a lot of history in the army, and a lot of wars happened because of religion. And so I became an atheist, he said. And he was sitting next to me for the next 2.5 hours, and so I had good opportunity to talk to him. So people sometimes come to this kind of radical conclusion with not enough proper information. That is what is very wonderful about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada presents spirituality or religion or philosophy or understanding of God in a very rational, in a very logical framework, and develops the whole idea, and it's very, very sound. This is how Vedic literatures have presented these ideas, and Srila Prabhupada is presenting that in a more modern context, in a more modern language. So we should also see the other wonderful aspects of religion and spirituality which would not be available if we had not pursued spirituality seriously and carefully. I think the word spirituality comes from the word spirit. There is a reality that is beyond the material reality that we all experience readily from the senses. This is another example I can give about Srila Prabhupada. Very nice explanation. Prabhupada was once had a discussion with one reporter, an American reporter. And she said something like this. And Prabhupada said, say for instance, somebody very close to you is dead. And you are all lamenting. And you are all crying that he is gone, he is gone. Who has gone? The body is still there. And interestingly, she said, the spirit is gone. And then Prabhupada said, do you see the spirit? And she said, no, I don't see the spirit. So, there is a science, there is something that is vital which has gone in a dead body, which when it was present, was doing wonderful things. Someone could be a singer and who could sing and hold 30,000 people in a stadium, evolved by his talent. But if the person dies, then everything ends. So I'm sitting here now, for instance, I'm talking, I'm gesticulating, I'm trying to convey something to you. If I die now, I can't speak anymore. And then we just try to dispose the body, right? That's how we start saying. We have to somehow take the body, bring the body here. So what is it? That important principle which was animating the body, that is the spirit. And there is just like we understand matter, like we heard about Professor and we heard about Dr. Hema, how they have spent years and years studying matter. And still they say there are many things about matter which we have not understood. So in the same way, there is another realm of reality, a domain of reality called the spiritual reality. And it requires serious study. There is a certain methodology that science has to study matter. In the same way, in our country, our great sages had developed a methodology for studying spiritual reality. And so if we apply ourselves seriously and carefully, earnestly, like there are eminent people who have applied their minds and intelligence to an earnest study of matter, in the same way, if we study spirituality in a systematic way, there is understanding, there is more appreciation of the spiritual reality and the dynamics of the spirit, and all of that genuinely constitutes spirituality. But unfortunately, there are a lot of people who mislead in the name of spirituality and religion. We see that happening in our country. A God-man was involved in so-and-so scandal and such things. Can't help it. That's the nature of the world. But that does not mean there is no genuine spirituality. Just like sometimes you come across a fake note. The presence of fake note does not preclude that there is no genuine note, genuine currency. So in the same way, there is genuine spirituality, and our Vedic literatures and our acharyas have presented that, and we must pay careful attention to it for our benefit.